if you are watching this right now, I need you to stop everything. Put down whatever you are doing and listen to me very carefully. I am 92 years old. I have lived through joy and sorrow, through love and betrayal, through success and failure. And after all these years, I have learned something that nobody ever taught me in school. Nobody warned me about it. Nobody sat me down and said, "Son, listen carefully, because this will save your life." The most dangerous thing you can do is say the wrong words to the wrong person. At the wrong time, I lost my biggest dream. Because of one sentence, I watched my best friend lose everything. Because of one moment of trust, I saw a beautiful marriage fall apart. Because of words that should have never been spoken, and every single time the lesson was always the same. Some things in this life are meant to be kept inside, not with your closest friend, not with your brother, not with anyone. Today I want to share with you 7 things you must never tell another soul, because I learned these lessons the hard way, and I do not want you to carry the same scars that I carry. Stay with me. What I am about to tell you might be the most important thing you hear today. Before I tell you the 7 secrets, let me tell you about the moment that changed my entire life. It was 1967. I was young and full of dreams. For 15 long years, I had been running my small shoe shop, working day and night, saving every single dollar. Because I had one dream, one beautiful, burning dream. I wanted to buy the building where my shop stood. I was done paying rent to someone else. I wanted to be the owner. The landlord was old and ready to sell. We shook hands on a price. Everything was set and agreed. I was just 3 weeks away from making my dream come true. And then I made the biggest mistake of my life. There was a man named Vincent. He came to my shop every month. We talked about the neighborhood, about old times, about baseball. I thought he was a friend. I trusted him completely. And one afternoon when he smiled and asked, "How is everything going these days?" Without thinking, I told him everything. I said, "Vincent, in just 3 weeks, this building will be mine." In that moment, I thought I was simply sharing my happiness with a friend. But what I was really doing was placing my future in the wrong hands. 2 days later, my landlord called. Someone had offered him 20% more than our agreed price in cash immediately. That someone was Vincent, the man I called my friend. He used one small piece of information to steal my dream right out of my hands. And for the next 8 years, he was my landlord, raising my rent, making my days difficult, and reminding me every single day of the price of saying too much. Secret number 1. Never tell anyone your fears and your weaknesses, unless you completely and absolutely trust that person. Now I want to be clear. This does not mean you should pretend to be strong all the time. No. Being human means being vulnerable. Sharing your fears with the right person can heal you and make you stronger. But life taught me that not everyone deserves to know your truth. Some people will take your pain and become your greatest support. But other people will use that same pain against you. At the moment you least expect it, I remember my old friend Joseph. We grew up on the same street. We knew each other's dreams and darkest fears. Joseph was a capable and hard-working man, but he carried one deep fear inside him: public speaking. Whenever he had to stand in front of people, his hands would tremble, his voice would shake, his confidence would simply disappear. One day he told a coworker about this fear. Maybe he wanted sympathy. Maybe he just needed to feel lighter. He thought he was talking to a friend, but he did not realize that not every smiling face is truly a friend. 1 year later, when a promotion came up, Joseph was one of the strongest candidates. But somehow, that one weakness found its way to the hiring committee, and suddenly, all his years of dedication and hard work were buried under that one fear. The promotion went to someone else, and Joseph was left behind. Year after year, falling further back. All because he shared his most private truth with the wrong person. So before you open your heart to someone, ask yourself, honestly, has this person earned my trust over time? Have they kept my word safe before? Do they truly care about my well-being? If the answer is yes, then slowly open up. But if you have even the smallest doubt, stay silent. You do not always have to show your wounds to feel connected to someone. Secret number 2. Never share your family problems with the outside world. This is perhaps the hardest secret to keep. Because when the pain is the deepest, that is exactly when we want to talk the most. Every family has problems, arguments and misunderstandings, old wounds that never fully heal, failures and regrets, secrets that nobody wants the world to see. This is completely normal. No family is perfect, not a single one. But wisdom lies in keeping. What happens inside your family, I watch so many people make the same mistake over and over again their whole lives. They are angry at their brother and go complain to the neighbors. They are hurt by their parents and tell their whole office. They are frustrated with their spouse and share it with everyone they meet. In that moment, they feel lighter, like a weight has been lifted. But what they are really doing is painting a picture of their family in other people's minds. A picture that never fully fades away. Because outsiders do not know the whole story. They only hear your worst moment. And they build their entire opinion on that one moment. Your fight with your brother might heal in 2 weeks. You might laugh together again, like nothing happened. But the neighbor who heard your story will always see your brother as the villain you described. In my own life, there came a painful time when my son did not speak to me for 2 full years. That silence was like a slow punishment every single day and every single night. That distance broke something deep inside me, but I did not spread that pain outside. I did not complain to my customers. I did not speak badly about him to anyone. I kept our silence private because I knew if I filled people's minds with poison against my own son, I would be building walls on the very road he needed to walk back to me, and then one day he came back. Slowly we started talking again, and because I had kept our silence private when he returned, there were no strange looks from others, no old stories brought back up, no third person standing between us. We were able to rebuild our relationship quietly and privately, the way something precious deserves to be rebuilt. Keep your family matters inside your family. Let the anger pass. Let the pain breathe, but do not invite an audience. Some things in this world are sacred. Your family is one of them. Secret number 3. Never share your fears and weaknesses. Unless you completely trust that person, this does not mean you should pretend to be strong all the time, no. Being human means being vulnerable sometimes. Sharing your fears with the right person can make you stronger. But life has taught me not everyone deserves to know your truth. Some people will hold your pain and become your support, but other people will use that same pain against you when you least expect it. I remember my old friend Joseph. We grew up together. We knew each other's dreams and fears. Joseph was a capable man, hardworking and honest, but he had one deep fear: public speaking. Whenever he had to speak in front of people, his hands would shake, his voice would break, his confidence would disappear. One day he told a coworker about this fear. Maybe he wanted sympathy, maybe he wanted advice, or maybe he just needed to feel lighter. He thought he was talking to a friend, but he did not realize that not every smiling face is a friend. 1 year later, when a promotion came up, Joseph was one of the strongest candidates. But somehow that one weakness found its way to the hiring committee, and suddenly all his years of hard work were buried under that one fear. The promotion went to someone else, and Joseph stayed behind year after year, falling further back, all because he shared his most private truth with the wrong person. So before you open up to someone, ask yourself, has this person earned my trust over time? Have they kept my secrets before? Do they care about my well-being, even when it costs them something? If the answer is yes, then slowly open up. But if you have even the smallest doubt, stay silent, because there are other ways to connect. You do not always have to show your wounds. Secret number 4, never share your plans before they are finished. This is a lesson I did not learn easily. I learned it from a mistake whose price I paid for years. When you have a big dream inside you, something you want to build, something you want to change, something you want to achieve, there is an excitement inside you, a burning desire to share it with someone. You want people to cheer you on, to pat you on the back, to say, wow, you are amazing. But the truth is, the moment you share your plans too early, you weaken them. I have watched this happen over and over again. First, that you give people a chance to interfere. Everyone wants to be part of your story, some with advice, some just to take advantage. I learned this the hard way myself. You already heard my story. Second, You invite unwanted opinions. Every person wants to guide you based on their own experiences, their fears, their limitations, their perspective, and slowly their doubt begins to eat away at your confidence. Unloud. Third, and this is the strangest one, but the most dangerous. When you talk about your plans, your brain feels the same satisfaction, as if you have already achieved the goal, so the fire inside you starts to die down before you have even started. So I made a promise to myself, my plans stay mine until they become real or until they are strong enough that nothing can shake them. When I decided to marry Gloria, I did not tell anyone, not my friends, not the neighborhood, not even my family, until I had the ring and the date was set, not because I was not happy. I was overjoyed, but I knew people would give opinions. They would plant fears, they would create doubts, and I did not want their noise inside my head for the most important decision of my life. So let your plans grow in silence, feed them with action, not words. Work hard without making noise, and when they are strong enough that the world cannot shake them, then show them. There is an old saying, he who speaks scatters, he who stays silent gathers. Keep gathering. Secret number 5. Never tell anyone you are thinking of leaving until you are truly ready to walk out the door. This is connected to what I said about plans, but it is so delicate and powerful that it needs its own place, because the moment you say, I am thinking of leaving, everything changes quietly but permanently. If you tell your boss you are thinking of quitting, you stop being an asset and start being a risk. Good projects go to other people. Promotions stop coming, and they quietly start looking for your replacement. Because in their mind, you are already halfway out the door. If you tell your neighbors you are thinking of moving, the warmth they had for you slowly disappears. You live there, but you are no longer really part of the community, because in their hearts, you are already gone. And in relationships, it is the most painful of all. I remember a woman who lived near my home. Her name was Patricia. One day she told her husband she was thinking about divorce. Not that she wanted it, just that she was thinking about it. She thought it would be a warning, a wake-up call. And in some ways, it worked. Her husband started paying more attention, trying harder. But that one sentence created a crack in the foundation. A question that never left his mind. Could she leave at any moment? Their marriage lasted 10 more years, but it was never the same. That safety was gone. That ease was gone. The words were never taken back, because some words once spoken cannot be unspoken. So my advice is simple. If you are unhappy at work, either try to fix it or quietly find something new. If you are unhappy in your relationship, either fix it with your whole heart or end it with honesty and dignity, but never use the threat of leaving as a weapon. It almost never has the effect you want, and it often breaks the things you later wish you had kept. Secret number 6. Never share the secrets that others have trusted you with. This is not just about protecting yourself. This is about the kind of person you choose to be when someone tells you something in confidence. They are not just giving you information. They are giving you a piece of their heart. They are saying, I trust you enough to show you what I hide from the rest of the world. And in that moment, something precious is placed in your hands. Their trust. I have watched people who could not keep a secret. For even 5 minutes, you tell them something private, and by evening it has reached 3 other people, slightly changed, slightly exaggerated. Their intentions are not always bad. They just enjoy having special information. But slowly people stop telling them real things. Their relationships stay on the surface because no one trusts them with anything deep. And without trust, no relationship can grow roots. I still remember the last days of my wife Gloria. She held my hand and said, "The greatest thing about you is that you know how to stay silent. In 40 years, you never shared a single word I told you, not when you were angry with me, not even when it would have made you look good for her. That silence was worth more than any achievement, any success, any gift I could have given. So when someone trusts you with their secret, treat it like a responsibility, not just information. Do not mention it. Do not hint at it, not even to people you trust, because true loyalty means no conditions, no exceptions, no moments of weakness. Be a vault. A place where people can store their most precious truths without fear. That is what makes you different. That is what builds real relationships, where words are few, but trust runs very deep. Secret number 7. Never share your family problems with the outside world. This is perhaps the hardest one, because when the pain is the greatest, that is when we want to talk the most. Every family has problems, arguments, misunderstandings, failures, old wounds, secrets. Hunte, no one wants the world to see. This is normal. No family is perfect, but wisdom lies in keeping. Cool. What happens inside your family? Inside your family. I watched people make the same mistake their whole lives. They are angry at their brother and complain to the neighbors. They are hurt by their parents and tell their whole office about it. They are frustrated with their spouse and share it with everyone they meet. In that moment, they feel lighter. But what they are really doing is painting a picture of their family in other people's minds. A picture that never fully disappears, because outsiders do not know the full story. They only hear your worst moment, and they build their opinion on that. Your fight with your brother might be over in 2 weeks. You might be close again, laughing together again. But the neighbor who heard your story will still see your brother the same way. As the villain of your story, that change happens quietly, but it lasts a very long time. In my own life, there came a time when my son did not speak to me for 2 full years. That silence was like a punishment. Every day, every night, that distance broke something inside me, but I did not spread that pain outside. I did not complain to my customers. I did not speak badly about him to neighbors. I did not tell anyone that story, because I knew if I filled people's minds with poison against my own son, I would be building walls. On the road, he needed to walk back to me, and then one day he came back. Slowly, we started talking again. And because I had kept our silence private when he returned, there were no strange looks, no old stories, no third person standing between us. We were able to rebuild in private, the way it had broken, in private. So keep your family matters inside your family. Let the anger pass, let the arguments breathe, but do not invite an audience. Some things in this world are sacred. Your family is one of them, broken or painful or difficult as it may be. It is yours to protect. I have lived a long life. I have spoken millions of words. Most of them did not matter much, but some words I would give anything to take back. Some caused wounds I could never heal. And every single time the lesson was the same. Sometimes staying silent is more powerful than speaking. My dream was stolen because of one sentence. My friend lost his promotion because of one confession. A marriage crumbled because of 3 words spoken too soon. And the silence between me and my son lasted 2 painful years. Behind all of it was the same thing. Words spoken at the wrong time to the wrong person. I am not asking you to become mysterious or to push people away or to build walls around yourself. I'm simply asking you to choose wisely. Recognize that words carry power. Once they leave your mouth, they are no longer yours. They travel through people's minds. They shape how the world sees you. They decide what people do with what you gave them. You do not have to share everything with everyone. Your money is yours. Your plans are yours. Your fears, your family, your intentions, they are all yours. Share them only with those who have truly earned your trust, and protect them from those who have not. And always remember this: staying silent is not dishonesty. Staying silent is wisdom, because the words you never say can never be used against you. I hope my story has saved you from at least one painful mistake that I could not save myself from. If something I said touched your heart today, please subscribe to Beautiful Mind Words. I will come back with more truth, more stories, more wisdom from a life fully lived, and leave me a comment. Tell me which secret surprised you the most. I read every single one. You are not alone in this journey. God bless you, take care of yourself, and I will see you again very soon.